How's my head, darling? Not so good.
Not so good.
Weather's still weird.
Not so good.
This dust is still hanging. Sun's about to set. We're going to stay here tonight in the airport parking lot. Very nice, actually.
We're Andre and Lisa, full-time travelers and nomads since 2018. Last year, we bought a camper van in Europe, and we're currently traveling along the coast of Portugal. This year, we're on an epic 20,000 kilometer adventure, making our way from the south of Spain to the north of Scandinavia and back to southern Italy. So subscribe and follow our adventures. Last time, we went to see a man about a horse in El Roggio. We broke our bicycle
Why?
and got bogged down in the rain. This week, we finally enter Portugal.
Portugal, baby, Portugal!
Despite bad weather and a Saharan sandstorm,
Just looking a bit ominous. Post-apocalyptic.
we get our first taste of the Algarve.
Some say love is a winding road, carves a map through the darkest night. Some say love takes a heavy load, helps someone make the burden light, teaches you not to hold too tight.
So these are the Portuguese roads if you want to skip the tolls.
Well, it's the first attempt at Portuguese, right? And we don't travel very fast.
And we get to see a little bit of rural Portugal.
Ah, beautiful.
All we want to do today is find a place to stay and a pastel de nata.
And a SIM card.
And a SIM card and a pharmacy.
Let's buy a SIM card. Definitely get some of those Portuguese cards.
Priorities.
Hey, where in Portugal?
Some say love is a fire that grows,
Claro, Javiera.
bound to hurt when you let it go. Some say love is a choice we make, only vow we should never break. Maybe that's just the chance we take. You and I will come along.
We found ourselves a very nice little motorhome stop here in Tavira in the Algarve, Portugal. Only thing is it's a little bit sloping, but other than that it looks really nice. $8.50 for the night or 11 with electricity. Are we going to be able to get level?
How do you feel about sleeping standing up? Yeah,
As long as my head's higher than my feet, it's okay. Okay, closer, closer, more. This much.
stuck on the wrong side of the road. Jaywalker!
Okay, when the Portuguese lunch bell rings, they take it very seriously.
Lots of parking available suddenly. Good morning. Bon dia.
Bom dia, Portugal!
Yes, we are in Portugal. And day 2 actually.
Oh gosh, I'm not too sure.
Strange because we traveled like an hour and we lost an hour on the clock, so everything feels a bit disjointed.
But our day was an hour longer.
Yeah, we're in Tavira. Now Tavira.
It says that Tavira is the most beautiful.
It says, who
It
does
says,
this say?
it's the internet.
The internet says Tavira
The
is Portugal's
internet says.
most beautiful town.
No.
Oh.
Most beautiful town of the Algarve.
Oh, sorry, internet.
Yes, but I'm sure at the moment they definitely don't have the best weather yet. I'm not sure if I can blame Tavira for that.
We did realize when you look in the guidebooks that March, which is the month we're in right now, doesn't exist because the weather's apparently atrocious, but we'll see.
Set on either side of the Rio Gilhau, Tavira is arguably the Algarve's most charming town. Notwithstanding the rainy weather, we found Tavira ideal for wandering. Its cobblestone streets, hiding leafy gardens and pretty squares, the ruins of a hilltop castle, an old Roman bridge, and a smattering of Gothic and Renaissance churches are amongst its historic attractions.
Ponto Román de Tavira.
What?
Stop it.
You just made that up, eh? Ponte Roman. Oh, it's like a Roman
Bridge of Tavira. Yes. Tavira. Oh, Jasmine.
Sniff a vision. Smelly vision.
Tavera's ruined castle rises high and mighty above the town. Possibly dating back to Neolithic times, the structure was rebuilt by the Phoenicians and later taken over by the Moors. Most of what now stands is a 7th century reconstruction. The octagonal tower affords fine views over Tavera.
So about the weather.
Weather in Portugal is not so great. Very generalized statement to make after 24 hours.
There's no denying Tavera's charm, but it's very quiet right now, which is not a bad thing.
You have to remember that this is a summer holiday destination, and the beaches are the real reason most people come here in the summer.
Not exactly beach weather.
No.
Like, we're even considering not looking for an ice cream, which is unheard of.
Not even possible. That's when you know the weather's bad. Or that I'm sick.
So we're gonna call it a day in Tavera. Maybe look for some hot chocolate.
That's a good idea. And a
Oh.
pastel de nata.
Look for the next village. See you later. Good morning.
Bon dia.
Oh, not so good morning. We actually have not been filming for a couple of days. Weather's been bad. We both came down with a cold, the flu. I'm still not very great. We ended up actually driving now to Holhau or Holhau. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. It's very strange name.
Halfway between Tavera and Faro.
Have a look around the market. Hopefully we're going to catch them still open. Oh, look, they're bringing flowers.
Ooh, pretty.
That's my
Look at that. Thanks. Okay, good news, we got a parking for Millie. Bad news, it's definitely not a deserted parking lot like I thought it was going to be. It's quite busy. We're going to go check out the market in the beautiful red stone buildings, and then we'll decide if we sleep here or move on to Faro this evening. Olhão, another little holiday town in the Algarve, which in off-season is absolutely dead.
Dead. Dead. Dead.
Ooh,
Oh. Oh, these guys.
this is the oldest city municipal market of Olhão, and each building is founded on 88 piles driven into the ground. Brick, steel and glass structure.
Trust the engineer to tell us that useful information. Seems very touristy, but I guess it's worth
No, it's a local market actually, it's not just for tourists.
No, it's a pretty cool market. We're actually just wondering what the prices look like for fruit and veggies. You probably find that it's a little bit different in the market than the supermarket. So we just caught the tail end of the market. We bought some avocado, that's good news.
Oh yes, 2 kilos of avos, lasts us a little while.
Let's take a quick walk around town and see what else there's to see. Otherwise we're going to bail and go towards Faro probably.
Millie wants to be driven.
Yeah,
So let's go drive.
battery issues. She was looking a bit ominous. Post-apocalyptic situation. What do you think of Ohio?
A very, very quaint town. I love the little cobble streets and the quaint shops, but at the moment it's dead, except for a few British tourists.
A lot of British tourists. I guess they're always here.
But it's quaint.
Nobody here. That's what happens if you stroll around at 1:15 on a Wednesday. time to go.
This weather is crazy. We have to go.
Yes. Going.
Let's go to Faro.
So far, so good.
What's worse than a dust storm? A rainy dust storm. Yeah, it's raining mud. Well, Yahoo was quite a quaint little town, even though it felt very deserted off season. But with the weather what it is, we've kind of done some shopping and we are moving on to Faro.
What are you doing?
My dad doesn't seem to think it's a problem at all and it freaks me out completely. So we're heading to Faro. Oh, is it so noisy? To find a spot at the airport where we can spend the night. Faro Aeroporto. Woo! There's lots of cool places here. Not too bad a spot for Millie over here. This is a big parking lot and plenty of space. And look at our beautiful view. And our fancy neighbor.
How's my head, darling? Not so good.
Not so good.
Weather's still weird.
Not so good.
This dust is still hanging. Sun's about to set. We're going to stay here tonight in the airport parking lot. Pretty nice, actually. We are running out of power because of lack of sunlight. Something we'll hope to address tomorrow. We don't know what tomorrow brings, to be honest. If the weather's better, we might go check out Faro.
If the weather's bad, we'll go beer tasting.
Beer though. I'll have to sleep for the rest of the day.
Yeah, this is what you look like without beer.
Okay, see you guys tomorrow.
Bon dia!
Good morning, Faro. It's another day. I want to say the sky's not as grim as yesterday due to the dust storm, but it's still looking
Not that great.
We're getting a little bit of sun this morning, so solar's working for a change.
Working is a strong word. We got 8%.
Yeah, we're running out of power. It's quite bad. It's something, unless you think, yeah, sun's out every now and then, it's enough. But if this dust hangs in the air, you totally bug it. We're walking across this little wooden bridge all the way to Faro Island. It's not actually Faro Island, it's got a different name. I don't know what its name is, but it's called Playa de Faro.
Yes.
Playa de Faro. You can look around there a little bit more of a holiday vibe. We're actually aiming for there somewhere is a ferry. Nice. Faro Island. Playa de Faro.
Pretty cool beach.
Let's see what it is. Check it out. Damn, son. Not too bad, eh? The wind seemed to be... No, this guy's cheating. Yeah, look at the water though. Yeah, some big ass waves down the bottom.
We made it onto the ferry.
Well, we think it's going where we want to go.
Oh, we're just excited there is actually a ferry.
And we're heading to Faro town. It should take 15 minutes to get there. Half an hour later, bam, we're in Faro, right at the old city.
That was a really cool little boat trip. And it's a nice way to approach Faro. You just see the old city wall all the way around and you can actually see the church tower of the cathedral as well.
We're just gonna pack the itinerary. So we're gonna just stroll around and no, I'm joking. We have no idea.
We are just
going to
stroll around Faro.
Faro is the Algarve's capital and has a more distinctly Portuguese feel than most resort towns. It has an attractive marina, well-maintained parks and plazas, and a picturesque Cidade Velha, or Old Town, ringed by medieval walls. The Old Town's winding, cobbled pedestrian streets, squares and buildings were reconstructed in a melange of styles following successive patterns, and are home to museums, churches, a bone chapel, and al fresco cafes.
Quick coffee break. Why not? And the Portuguese speciality, pastel de nata. Pastis, pastel, pastel de nata. Pastis, pastel de nata. Pastel, one, pastis, more than one. Should I get Lisa to take the photo already. These roads are so narrow. Making our way through a little bit more of the old town here. Just got to dodge the traffic, but that's about it for Faro, eh?
Very quaint town. Not too much happening.
No, it's cute. It's
But it's
definitely
very nice.
a lot of history here, and I suppose if the weather was better, we could actually explore the islands a little bit. But unfortunately, not this time.
But with all the €30 boat tours that are available, I would definitely recommend doing $350 and at least take the boat out to the island and back.
Yeah, that's well worth it. It's a nice little outing. $350 return. Oh my goodness, look at you.
Look at your eyes.
You're a weird looking one. Oh no, look.
Oh, that's a hairy cat.
Oh my gosh, look at your eyes. Come here.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
How do you
Let's go grab the ferry and go back to the island. There's our ferry. Way in the distance. It's the island we came from. And past the airport. Somewhere. That's where we parked.
Our entrance into Portugal hasn't exactly been what we planned. Bad weather, feeling a little bit sick, but nonetheless it has been good.
Oh, it's so noisy here. The waves are incredibly strong.
But nonetheless it has been good. These little towns along the Algarve, Tavira, Olhão and Faro have been absolutely beautiful, very quaint. A couple of pastel de natas in. We are still looking forward to getting to see a lot more of Portugal.
That was our first little bit of Portugal. It was not entirely successful, but it was interesting and fun. From here on, we just keep going. So if you like this video, smash that like button, subscribe to see more like this, and we'll show you the rest of Portugal. Adios!
Adios!